Videomax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Laura Owens and Brian Cicerello. The news with Angel McTire and Brad Melvin. State of the Arts with Kelly Delaney and Nikki Gresco. Out of the Box with Kristen Fox. In Layman's Terms with John Layman. And special reports from Brad Slater and Kendra Cruz. And now from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine, with your hosts, Laura Owens and Brian Cicerello.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Midstate Magazine. I'm Laura Owens.
And I'm Brian Cicerello.
Brian, do you feel that our intro is kind of not original?
Well, what makes you say that?
I don't know. Every week it's always the same, hello and welcome to Midstate. Don't you think we could spice it up a bit?
You mean like it's time for another edition of Midstate Magazine, your salternative to ordinary television?
Not exactly.
Well, you said you wanted to spice things up a little.
It's called a figure of speech. You don't have to take everything so literally.
Oh, well, I can take a joke just as well as the next guy, you know.
Yeah, you can take it too far.
I think it's about time for us to tell everyone what's on the show today, Laura.
Okay, well, we got Brad and Angel with the news, and Kelly and Nikki have a local band with them at State of the Arts, and we also have a movie and tech talk.
All right. Oh, wait, don't forget about Down on the Farm with Bob.
How could I? Why don't we get things rolling?
Okie dokie. Brad and Angel?
Welcome to another edition of Midstate Magazine News. I'm Angel McTire.
And I'm Brad Melvin. Vice President Al Gore recently stopped in central Illinois as part of his presidential campaign tour of the Midwest. Appearing at Lincoln Land Community College in Springfield, Gore accused opponent George W. Bush of negative and unfair campaign tactics. Gore sternly requested Bush stop radio and television ads in favor of face-to-face debates. Bush called for the end of spending soft money to finance radio and TV ads.
It appears Belleville is a lucky town for the players of various Illinois state lottery games. 2 Belleville gasoline stations that are owned by the same company sold lottery tickets. On Friday, a little lotto ticket was purchased at the Phillips 66 Gas Mart and earned the purchaser about $49,000. Also, last week, another Phillips 66 market sold a little lotto ticket worth nearly $20,000. Last year, at least 3 Belleville stores sold tickets that earned big jackpots ranging from $150,000 to $5.5 million. Steve Dickerson, president of the company that owns the gas stations, says the company shares its 1% bonus for selling the winning tickets.
Community Word newspaper has been an effective way for Peoria area citizens to voice their opinions for nearly 25 years. Midstate's Megan Galbraith has more.
The Community Word has been serving Peoria for nearly 25 years. It provides the city with an intimate look inside. One of the more unusual characteristics is that it is processed primarily from the home.
Bob Renner bought the Community Word 6 years ago and has expanded the paper to cover only community news of Peoria. The paper began with a small group of women.
I think a group of 4 or 5 or 6 women who got together and decided they wanted to have a community or neighborhood newspaper, and they started it, and it was called the West Bluff Word. It was a neighborhood newspaper, and little stories about neighborhood things that were going on and stuff. And it started changing direction probably before I bought it. It became a little more broader scope. They changed the name of the paper from the West Bluff Word to the Community Word.
Although the name of the paper has since changed, the readers remain the same.
Probably because we're pretty unique. I think, it's been around for so long, too. I mean, there are people who have grown up with this newspaper and gotten old with this newspaper, and I don't think any other paper in town covers things in depth as much as we do. Maybe the Observer does.
Another reason the readers are loyal to the paper is because it is distributed freely to the community.
It's not a big revenue producer. It's more of a hobby, fun type of thing.
The paper's success is seen in the dedication of the staff and personal enjoyment of writing for the residents of Peoria.
I think writers write because they have something to say, and for this particular paper, they have something in particular to say to this community.
Debbie Adolph is one of the staff reporters who shows interest in the city's issues.
Always lots of issues of interest, but because it's a community newspaper, you have to focus on the community. And all the city could benefit from reading some of the articles, I think.
The hard work and dedication the staff gives to the paper is how they continue to spread the word of the community.
Well, I think people who haven't read it ought to go out and try to find one, and they'd be surprised. There's a lot of neat stuff to read in it, and it's just like almost like a little magazine as well as a newspaper, so I think people should check it out if they haven't.
Megan Galbraith, Midstate Magazine.
Peoria's USDA Research Lab is developing a way to keep apple orchards free of harmful bugs. The lab is teaming up with the Macomb-based Fruit Sphere Incorporated to produce shiny balls laced with bug killer. The goal is to rid the orchard of the destructive maggot fly by drawing them to synthetic apples made of sugar and corn byproducts. The flies are more attracted to the shiny fake apples and die immediately after tasting them. Fruit Sphere President David Bloomberg says if the tests work out, the biodegradable product could hit the market next year.
A new computer crime lab was unveiled at the College of DuPage in Glen Ellen. Officers from around the country will train at the college's Suburban Law Enforcement Academy. The new lab will aid the community college to teach police officers to nab hackers, sex offenders, and those who commit other computer crimes. Prosecutors will also learn how to navigate the internet, seize and search computers, and locate evidence. Microsoft and Omnitech Corporation funded the lab, which will train up to 30 officers and prosecutors per week, with a $250,000 donation of equipment and software.
The Central Illinois chapter of the American Red Cross has a goal to construct a family assistance center in case of an emergency. The center establishes the accessibility of supplies and prepares volunteers in case of a disaster. One function is to prepare casework information and supplies to be delivered to the site. The second function is to have the volunteers focus on the confusion of the victims. Next, the volunteers work with the victims to find out specific needs and contact relatives if the victims are in trouble. The final function of the center is to provide medical and financial attention to those who need it.
Two more former examiners at the Secretary of State's driver's license department have pleaded guilty to taking hundreds of bribes to pass unqualified motorists on road tests. Dina Bartucci Miller admitted to pocketing at least $45,000 in bribes, most of which were $10 to $20. Authorities say the second former employee, Veronica Martinez, took a total of at least $9,500. Their pleas bring the number of convictions in the Operation Safe Roads investigation to 24.
The classic Beatles song A Hard Day's Night is among 49 recordings that have recently been inducted into the Music Hall of Fame. The latest inductees include Nat King Cole's Unforgettable, Jimi Hendrix's Purple Haze, Lena Horne's Stormy Weather, the Andrews Sisters' Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, and the Eagles' Desperado. There are now 498 titles in the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame.
Illinois Governor George Ryan is praising the Clinton administration for its decision to phase out a gasoline additive. Ryan says the elimination of MTBE will be good for Illinois because it would mean greater use of corn-based ethanol. The administration says it would boost the price of corn an additional 10 cents a bushel.
Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Midstate Magazine News. I'm Brad Melvin.
And I'm Angel McTire. Back to you, Brian and Laura.
Thank you, Brad and Angel.
Looks like I'm going to have to run out to Bellevue and buy a couple lotto tickets.
Well, you're going to split the winnings with me, of course.
Sure, Bri, whatever you say.
Well, while I try and weasel some money out of Laura, why don't you guys all take a break? Stay tuned.
You have diabetes. There are a world of reasons to get a dilated eye exam. Because diabetic eye disease doesn't have to take away your sight. If you need any more reasons, just look around you.
Class, this is Eurasian water milfoil. Hi. It has no legs, so it can't walk, and no wings, so it can't fly, and no motor. So how does milfoil travel from lake to lake, causing so many problems? The answer is you and me. Milfoil simply hops on boats, trailers, anchors, and sporting equipment. Pretty smart for a weed.
Thank you.
Let's outwit milfoil by removing aquatic plants every time we trailer our boats. Clean boats mean clean waters.
All right, welcome back.
I hear Kelly and Nikki have a local favorite with them in the studio this week.
That's right, Brother Ron.
They're all monks?
Brian, do you remember that literal thing?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if Kelly and Nikki can help you out a bit. Why don't we head over to State of the Arts? Brother Ron.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of State of the Arts. I'm Nikki Gresco.
And I'm Kelly Delaney. College bands have influenced the music scene for years. Bands like G-Love and Special Sauce and the Dave Matthews Band both started as college bands.
And what is it that makes a college band get big? Well, it initially takes a good following from the student body and, of course, a lot of talent. Luckily, the band we have here with us tonight has it all.
So enjoy the tunes of Bradley's favorite band, Brother Ron. They're going to start out with a tune called Mr. Mellon. Take it away, guys.
For about 25 minutes I have felt alive because I know she know what you growing downstairs bathroom. I know she know that dirt is cheap. I don't need this stuff no more. We're all insane. Hit me like a big break. Playing a stare, little hairs on the neck of your back down there. Kicking up a beat, stopping them by the hour, growing up like a mother grabbing beast. Oh, baby, not to devour, cause I know she know what you growing down there bathroom. I know she knows that dirt is cheap. I don't need this stuff no more. We're all insane. Why can't I be there?
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
Brother
you guys
Ron.
so much for joining us. You guys can catch Brother Ron every Wednesday at SOPs, and they'll also be there Saturday, April 8th. They're going to finish up with a song called Crazy Life, so thanks for joining us for another edition of State of the Arts.
See
Take
you
it away,
next
guys.
time.
So from too much of this crazy life. Not just one, but everything of earth and sky. But I know there's never enough power under the sun to be one. To be one. My soul weak from sleeping in my bed alone. Strumming my thumb up here on this microphone. But I know there'll never enough power under the sun to be one, to be one. Get on your high horse and fly. It's just me, my friends aside, who want to stride with a glide wider than the Douglas wide. Why don't you sit straight, little girl? The run amok is a devil's pearl. So slap on your seatbelt tight and enjoy the ride. Crazy life. Crazy life. Was so weak from slapping you with my microphone. You know it's rough, sniffing at my doggy bone. But I know there'll soon be enough power under the sun to be one, to be one. Get on, yeah.
All right, woohoo, that was great.
Très magnifique.
I didn't know you spoke French.
Oh, sure.
Say something to me in French, Brian.
Jetez le pain.
What does that mean?
Throw the bread.
Oh, Bri, you're such a romantic.
I do what I can. I also know useful phrases in 6 other languages.
Oh, yeah? I know a useful phrase in English, though. We'll be right back after these messages.
Acres of our wildlands burn each year, and hundreds of homes are lost as a result.
At least 50 homes were burned to the ground. Dozens more were damaged as fires raced through dense brush and steep canyons.
Flames don't know the difference between forest, rangelands, and homes. Learn how you can fireproof your home. For more information, contact your local fire protection agency, state forestry office, or the USDA Forest Service.
Hello again, neighbors.
Oh, are you going to slap on a cardigan now?
You are not bad-mouthing Mr. Rogers.
You know he used to work for the CIA as an assassin?
He He did not. He's a loving, fun, caring kind of guy who just has a bunch of sweaters in his closet and some comfy-looking
Come
Keds.
on, Laura. What better cover-up for a guy who used to work for the CIA than a pleasant, inconspicuous media figure?
You know, you're really stretching it now.
I have proof. Oh, excuse me, watch the table. I have proof. You want to go to the land of make-believe? Bang!
Oh, no. I'm cutting you off now. It's time to visit a Tech Talk with Jim Ed Crone.
It's right here.
Hello and welcome to Tech Talk. I'm Jim Crone. Well, Microsoft is at it again. Yes, they're trying to enter into yet another industry. In a press conference last week, Microsoft unveiled the Xbox, a competitor to the PlayStation and Sega Dreamcast video game consoles. Microsoft says the Xbox will be 3 times faster than other gaming consoles, including a 600 MHz processor, 64 megabytes of RAM, and a network port that allows it to be connected to your broadband internet access. Games for the console will be released on DVD-ROMs, and no release date has been set yet. If you would like more information about the Xbox, check out Microsoft's website at www.xbox.com. Tax time is just around the corner, and the IRS is ready to help you out online. Touting itself as the fastest, easiest tax publication on the planet, the IRS's digital daily website offers online help to make sure you make the April 15th deadline. The tax help comes in the form of tax forms, instructions, and other tips. You no longer have to wait for the IRS to send you a new form after you've spilled coffee all over your first one. You can simply download and print off the form you need. The IRS also has information for small business owners as well as forms for larger corporations. You can check out the IRS's digital daily website at www.irs.gov. This week's Website of the Week takes us on a virtual tour of the world. Community is a Yahoo-like search engine for web cameras all over the globe. Let's say it's 10 below zero outside and you want to take a quick trip to a warmer climate. Type in Hawaii in the search field and you get a number of different views of Hawaii. Or let your mouse instantly take you to Europe to see the Eiffel Tower or the Swiss Alps. You can even search for Crone and find my Cyberdorm listing to watch yours truly sitting at my desk. As you can see, the possibilities are endless. Views of anywhere in the world are at your fingertips. You can check out the community website at www.community.com. If you have any suggestions of topics you'd like to see covered here on Tech Talk, be sure to email us. The address is midstatemag@hotmail.com. Be sure to include Tech Talk in the subject line of your message. For Tech Talk, I'm Jim Crone. Now back to you, Brian and Laura.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Ed.
You know, I'm glad we've got this Tech Talk thing going because I really don't know too much about computers.
Yeah, nor do I. And in an increasingly digital world, that can be a pretty bad thing.
You sound like you're trying to sell something.
Nope, not me. Though I did have a teacher in high school who said I reminded him of a used car salesman.
It must have been your clothes.
No. I think it had to do with my ability to schmooze.
Schmooze? Is that a technical term?
No, it's pizzazz, something that'll serve me well when I go to Hollywood, I hope.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Hollywood. Here's Brad at the movies.
Hi, I'm Brad Slater, back again this week with a film that will get your heart pumping and the adrenaline flowing. The first 20 minutes of Midnight Express is like a book that you just can't put down. It's about an American kid that gets caught trying to smuggle a small amount of hashish out of Turkey into the States. But the sentence he was given by the Turkish court was nothing young Billy Hayes could have planned for. With the constant physical and mental torture that is bestowed on Billy throughout this movie, you can't help but to be disturbed by the fact that it's actually a true story. If you like movies that are riveting and have you feeling like you're a part of the action, then Midnight Express will be right up your alley. I know for me, I could die a happy person if I never get to visit Turkey after seeing this film. It downright scared me, and it'll probably scare you too.
Dear Mom and Dad, this is the hardest letter I've ever had to write. I'd hoped somehow to get out of this quickly so that you'd never have to know about it. But that just isn't possible now. I don't know what's gonna happen. But what can I say to you? Will I'm sorry make a difference? Will it ease the pain, the shame you must be feeling? Forgive me, please. Looks like a cheap hotel.
Only the room service is lousy. I'm Jimmy Booth. This is Eric, something Swedish, I don't know. Yes, Daddy. He cleans you up.
Thanks. I'm Billy Hayes. At least I used to be.
People sometimes get on his nerves. What's he in for? He was caught stealing from a mosque. That's heavy here. What did he steal? 2 candlesticks. That's all? That's all. Jimmy has more balls than brains. He was in for a year and a half before he even told his parents he was here.
What about you?
Hashish. 90% of the foreigners are in for hashish.
Yeah, what'd they give you?
12 years.
There were 35 judges on the High Court. 28 voted for a life sentence. The lower court in Istanbul had to go along with the decision. The judge likes you, Billy. He likes you a lot. He notified your dad.
What do you mean?
Billy!
Live, Billy! Live for what? For what?
Midnight Express was written by Oliver Stone and was released in 1978. Directed by Alan Parker and starring Brad Davis as Billy Hayes, Midnight Express had the perfect combo for success. And if you're planning to check out Istanbul anytime soon, there might be a change in plans for your future after seeing this movie. My advice, though, give Midnight Express a chance. Until next time, at the Movies with Midstate Magazine, I'm Brad Slater.
All right, thanks, Brad. You know, he just reminded me, the Oscars were this past Sunday, weren't they?
Yeah, can you believe it? Hey, I'm glad they got Billy Crystal and those statues back.
I don't really like Billy Crystal, you know, but those statues, that's a good thing.
You know, maybe we should audition to host the Oscars next year.
Okay, but you're doing the Best Picture medley.
Oh, how about that
I
Best
know, can you
Picture?
believe it?
And that Best Supporting Actor.
I didn't even
Oh,
imagine
man.
that
But
one
you know
happening.
What? Best Actor? No surprise there
I
at
saw
all.
that one coming from a
You know,
mile away.
And I can see that our next break is upon us. Stay with us.
If you have diabetes, there are a world of reasons to get a dilated eye exam. Because diabetic eye disease doesn't have to take away your sight. If you need any more reasons, just look around you.
And thanks for staying with us.
I can't believe they listened to you.
Well, I can. Who wouldn't want to witness our witty repartee?
Mr. Rogers?
Okay, so it is only a rumor about the CIA thing. It's still interesting.
I know something else that's interesting.
Besides me, you mean?
Yes, besides you. Can you kids at home say conceited?
What was that interesting thing, Laura? You know, I don't need all those wonderful people in TV land thinking I'm a jerk.
Then quit acting like one.
All right, well, why don't we go down on the farm with Bob right now? Bob, yes, Bob.
Bob.
When it's hot, do not kick a cow pie.
Thanks, Billy Bob.
You know, Laura, you realize that by the end of our season, we're going to have a plethora of farm reports.
Yay, plethora.
Oh, that was a pretty good show we just did.
Yeah, and I didn't have to smack you around this time.
Thank heavens.
Yeah, just don't step out of line, buddy.
I won't.
Okay, just so we're clear on this.
Okay!
You know, it's about time for us to say adieu.
Hey, you know French too.
Sure, French fries, French dressing, French toast.
Ugh. Well, I hope you all join us next week when I'll be asking Laura, won't you be my, won't you be my, won't you be my neighbor?
Sure, Bri. Just twist the knife, why don't you?
Oh, I can twist it pretty well, I say. You know, twist, twist, twist. And I hope Mr. Rogers doesn't get wind of this, because then he might be sending me out to make the land of make-believe. I hope I get to ride the trolley.
You know,
I always wanted to ride the trolley.
I always wanted to go to that little land thing.
Yeah,
where
the land of
trolley-
make-believe.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
exactly where
Laura,
we're going. All
you're
right,
forgetting
anyway.
your childhood.
Love your shoes, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they're really comfy.
Why don't you say goodbye?
Well, for Midstate Magazine, I'm Brian Cicerello.
And I'm Laura Owens. Goodbye and take care.